Alright, multiplying a binomial times a binomial. If I have x plus 3 times x plus 2, what does it mean? Well, that's almost like saying you have an x plus 3 on one side and an x plus 2 on the other side, which makes a rectangle. How big is that area? Well, this rectangle here is x squared. This rectangle is 2 by, well, that's x, that's 2x. This rectangle is 3 by x, and that's 2 by 3, which is 6. So it's x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6, which means it's going to be x squared plus 5x plus 6, because 2x plus 3x is equal to 6. That makes sense, right? If I was doing it in algebra tiles, I would end up having something like, well, I need x by 2, x by 2, yeah, right there. And here I need x by 3. So I would have it like this. And then I need to fill it in with the rest of the things. And we can also see that by using algebra tiles, you also have the x times 2 and x plus 2 and x plus 3 gives us an area of x squared, 2x and 3x gives us 5x and plus 6, right? But how do we do this algebraically? So I would do it this way. I would say, it's like you pretend that the 3 is not there, and you say x times x gives me x squared, and x times 2 gives me 2x. That actually is representing the top part. So this is the x times 2, and gives us x squared plus 2x. And then the other part, now I pretend that the x is not there, and it's 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And that's actually representing the other part, so the one with the 6 little things at the bottom, right? I gotta carry them all. So that's representing the 3, that's on this side, and times 2. The 3 times the x plus 2, so the x plus 2. And so when you put them together, you figure out that it's the same answer. That is x squared plus 5x plus 6, right? So sometimes what we do is we figure out that we can actually do little arrows. You're going to say 3x times 4x in this case, which is equal to 12x squared, and then 3x times minus 1, which is minus 3x. And then you do the bottom part, or the next one. So it's 2 times 4x is plus 8x, and 2 times minus 1, which is minus 2. Then you notice that you can actually put the x's together, and that's equal to 12x squared plus 5x minus 2 is our final answer. One last example, and I'll show you how to do it in the quick way. And the quick way would be to say, hey, I realize that 2x times x gives me 2x squared, and then that minus 1 times 5, so the two last ones, will give me minus 5. And then I'm going to do the one that I put together in my head. So that's going to be minus x, and that's going to be 10x. So 10x minus x gives me 9x. Now that you're going to do with practice, because right now you're going to do it the long way and say 2x times x gives me 2x squared, 2x times 5 gives me 10x, minus 1 times x gives me minus x, and minus 1 times 5 gives me minus 5. Then you're going to realize that you can put the 10x and minus x together, which is 9x. And again, eventually you're going to do it just in one step to go to 2x squared plus 9x plus 5.